Okay, got everything spun around. Got good light now. It's good light out here. Actually see something. Okay, so I gotta determine where that spacer went. Our washer. Whoa, that's it. Fall over. So you can see it's got a gap in there. It's just a matter where that gap is supposed to be. So, easy way to tell is put your screwdriver in there and jam it in there. It looks like the caliper goes square when I do that. So I'm going to guess the washer goes here on the outside edge. That'd be my guess. Looks like there's some kind of other spacer in there also already. And it needs to have a spacer made that's one piece, not multiples, if possible. So, we'll see. Okay. Not sure how much you're going to really see me banging my head over. Back of my head view should be great. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Going on here. Okay, so the aluminum spacer has a lip that goes inside the bracket, caliper bracket. So this goes between the frame and the spacer. Wonderful. Yep, this will be fun to do on the side of the road. Like it ain't gonna happen. Stupid design. That's why the axle wouldn't go through. Okay. Up the washer. Gotta get through the washer. Washer is the problem. No access to the washer either. Yep, crappy design. Yep. Ain't gonna work. Yep, the washer is sitting right on top of the axle. No access to it. Yep. Okay, I just shoved it up. Nope. Not coming. Yeah. Looks like it fell back down. again. Went through. Pain in the ass. Very bad design. That has to be re-engineered. Not today. We try to make it easier by having the spacer embedded in the bracket so it won't fall out. The problem is you need a thicker spacer, but you can't push it in there because you got a lip on it. Stupid design. Make the caliper bracket the right size, make the spacer right, it goes right together, you're done. They're trying to simplify it, make it easier, it makes it harder. The difference between engineers and people that work on bikes, totally different. Alright. You push down on the rear chain, beat the tire over it, shoves everything forward. You tighten that down. Should be able to tighten that down without having to hold the axle. So I got the axle not half tight. Now we got to adjust the chain. I have no idea where the wheel alignment is. That's a whole other problem. Half inch. Okay, I went 6 flats up. So now we're going to go ahead and adjust this here. Axis again. There's 1 flat. There's 2. 3. I make the flat on top, so I do it. Okay, there's 3 on that side. Come over here and do the same. 1. Oh, that's tight. 2. There's 3. Feel your chain. Nice and loose. That's good. I like loose. Loose is fast. Tight is slow. Let it drag, whatever it wants to drag on. I don't care. Okay, I think that's good. Got a lot of play in it. Okay, we'll see if I like it by riding it. Had 3 flats looser than it was. Quite a bit. It was tight, really tight. Okay, now I should be able to just tighten the axle nut down. Tatro torque. Pick the bike up with it. Yeah, that's how you do it. Axle's not spinning. It's good. It's tight. Cotter coming back in here. There we go. It's in. Make sure wheel turns. Appears to turn. Should brake work. Appears to be working. There you go. Simple Chain adjustment. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock now. Yeah. Hour and a half. Everything I do in this bike's an hour and a half, 2 hours. Okay, chain is still pretty chunky because it's got tight spots in it. It was a rusty ass chain. I lubed the piss out of it. It might make it through this season before I have to do something with it, I don't know. See how there's tight spots in here? That's the master link too. Yeah. Peen the link over, it locks the clip in. It also loosens up the thing if it wants to. Yeah, didn't make much difference. You hear the clunkiness of the chain going through. It's got chunkies going someplace. Can't tell what all that noise is, but it's not good usually. Alright, well, at least it's looser. That's a big improvement. And the axle's tight. It might actually handle now. I don't know if the wheel's straight. Hopefully it is. Find out going down the track. It's the best time to figure it out. Okay, let's take a look and see if we can determine any errors in the suspension here. Okay, so if you look down the wheel, the tire should be even with the bike. And right now, this wheel is making a hard left turn. You can see it in there, look at it. You figured the frame was straight. When you look straight down it, see I can see sidewall? See, I can't see sidewall on this side. That means this wheel's like this on the bike. So we will have to do something about that. So you loosen the axle up, tighten this side up here a little bit. That should bring her back over where it belongs. We're assuming the front wheel is well, we're going off the frame, so I'm not really concerned about what the front wheel is doing. I'm concerned about the rear wheel. The rear wheel is definitely pulling off hard to the one side. Alright, I got to deal with that. See? Didn't go very far. I had to fix something else. It's alright. At least now we can adjust it. Should be enough looseness for that. One. There's 2 flaps. Quit moving. Didn't seem like it did much of anything, really. A couple more pass. Big adjustment. It's way out of whack. I'm not even sure if I'm even doing anything yet. Yeah, doesn't seem like it's doing much. Wheel. Alright. Good moving. Still, it's way off to me. eyeball the front tire. See if it looks any bad as it really is. Okay, quit moving. Okay, where's the front tire? Front tire is making a turn. Yeah, front tire's off a little bit. Front tire needs to go this way. Okay, so you look down the front tire. If you look at it, it looks like the two tires are pretty parallel to each other right now. On that side. On this side, close. It's offset a little bit, but it's close. Another flat up there I think it's going to need it. Alright, we'll be back.